Good morning, everyone. This is Max at NDE. This is our monthly district advisor update meeting. If you haven't already, go ahead and tell us where you're from in the chat so we know who's here. All right, let's get started. Not too much to talk about this month. Obviously, everyone's in the middle of the year-end data collection. First, I just wanted to point out last month when we had the virtual data conference, May 12th, all of the files from that are now available on the website. So you go here to our webinar website, click into May 12th. We've got videos and PDFs down here. Also, by the way, the register link for the July 14th webinar is available here. And yeah, we do want you to register each month, and then that will give you the link to that webinar. All right, 2021 updates, not much to add. Just again, noting that 2021 was a CRDC year. The reports are available in advisor validation. And later on, as we get closer to actually reporting that data to the feds, we will have a method to opt out. On the advisor validation website, the only major change coming is that the year-end sign-off for superintendents, we will open that after June 15th, just like we typically do. A couple updates about next year in advisor 21-22. Just an update of where we're at. We've had the sandbox open for vendors. We're close to getting the staging environment ready, which is where we'll do certification testing with vendors. Hopefully in the next few days, I'll be able to get that ready. And when we have that ready, that's when I'll post the certification test plan, and I will let all the vendors know about that. So over the last couple of meetings, monthly meetings here, we've talked about some of the data element changes in 21-22. All of that, I think we are finalized with that list. And that is our first version of our 21-22 data elements is now available here on the Advisor Resources website. We may come out with some more versions as we go, just to kind of add more examples and documentation. But basically all of the changes for 21-22 are finalized. I also want to talk about person ID updates, which we've talked about here before as well. We just put something in the bulletin today talking about this. But back on our Advisor Resources website, if you go down to person ID, you see now we have a version 2 of the person ID instructions and a new template. So after July 1st, we'll be pushing out the new version of person ID. Again, the changes are that we will no longer be using the legacy person ID template file. We just use the newer person ID template format. And we also have 2 new optional fields, which are the preferred first name and preferred last name for students. So vendors are working on updating their support for the files for that as well. Also, the bulletin mentions 2122 is now available to be used in-person ID, so you can enroll your students in 2122. But the actual update with the new file format does not happen until July. And just a note, since we're talking about documentation, I did have to update the format of our Google site here to this newer Google format. Basically, everything you need is here. The update agenda is in this list here. And then I just collected all of the monthly meeting recordings into a YouTube playlist here. And I got the link right here as well. All right, vendor status updates. I haven't heard of too many problems going on. I know Synergy is working on something right now they had a problem with sending non-public Title I programs for your non-public Title I students. So they're working on that right now to have a fix soon. PowerSchool, I know we are still having to do manual deletes with courses. I've also seen some manual deletes with discipline incidents that get orphaned and can't be deleted. As well as a few PowerSchool districts are having issues with sending up the course section delivery methods. So that's like synchronous distance learning, asynchronous, and Career Academy. So yeah, contact PowerSchool support if you're having that problem, but if you are, I can help do manual updates to get around that. You just need to send in a ticket to the help desk. Otherwise, nothing major going on with the vendors that I've heard. Not predicting any major late changes that we're going to have to do for everyone. Let's see. If you have any other vendor reps on, feel free to let me know if there's anything you want to share. Otherwise, I can move on. And by the way, I think you're auto muted. You can unmute yourself if you want to share anything. And nothing from JMC. I haven't heard anything either. Same with, well, I see Anna and Amber here. Haven't heard any issues with Nebsys either. So, all right, moving on. Told you it was going to be a short meeting today. So we've been talking internally, and we decided we're going to roll this meeting in with the webinars that we're doing. So essentially today, this is the last meeting of the where we're doing it at this Zoom link in this format. So if you look at our webinar schedule, these still happen the second Wednesday of each month, more or less each month. Thanks. Just see we skipped December. So at the beginning of each of these meetings, we'll spend 20 or 30 minutes just talking about advisor updates like we do here. And then we'll get into the deep dive info that is different for each meeting. After that, one thing to note is that these webinars start 30 minutes earlier than this meeting has been doing. So just be aware of that. And you do have to sign up for the webinars rather than just having an open Zoom link. We want you to use this register button here on this website. And you can see the button here. I think we'll probably put out bulletin announcements just to remind everyone for each, as we get closer to each webinar, to remind people to go register. And I think, we'll probably put out, the recordings of those meetings probably through that website, just like we did with the data conference in May. So basically everyone here, I would encourage you to attend that. You may not need to attend for all of the deep dive topics, but generally we hope they're all pretty useful to everyone. So that next webinar, that's July 14th. So yeah, go ahead and please register out there. I think that's all I had to cover for today. Anyone have any questions? Go ahead and speak up and I can answer. I should note for any of the vendor people on here, I don't know if you'll need to attend those webinars, but because we also do usually have that monthly support team meeting that all the vendors are invited to as well. So maybe that meeting would be all you need to attend. And I know you've been on there. Jeff, I'm not sure if you have been on that monthly support meeting, but I think Greg has. But let me know and we can send you the invite.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have gotten to that one. An invite would be great.
Okay. Question, will postgraduate activities be derived from NSC data? We have been talking about that. I think we won't do that for this year. We're already pretty far into the collection. I think we will be looking at that next year. So the postgraduate activities will still be collected like normal, but we'll go ahead and pre-fill data for 2- and 4-year college outcomes based on the National Student Clearinghouse data we have. So that can help. Obviously, the National Student Clearinghouse doesn't cover all cases that the postgraduate activity survey covers. So it doesn't go away entirely.
So Max, if
Yep.
you do that, this is Anna at ESC3, does that mean like districts need to be careful not to upload their exit survey information for those same students?
I think we'll keep it in separate codes.
Okay.
So that they don't overlap. So that way, if districts can upload whatever college data they have and it won't cause a problem.
It'll take the priority over. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll just mix them together, essentially.
Okay.
All righty. Well, thanks for joining, everyone, and I hope
Hey,
to.
I do have a question. Sorry, it just came to me. This is Cheryl from Beatrice. The dashboard itself. I've been trying to access that for a while and I just can't get in, and I've tried to reach out to our ESU and they're not getting back to me. Is there any issues with the dashboard and being able to log in?
There has been some changes compared to the old dashboard from a few years ago about what staff data gets you in.
Okay.
One thing about the dashboard, though, is same as the old one, is the access is controlled by the staff classification data that you send up through Advisor.
Right, and I'm, you know, the only person right now in the district that has really access to that. So I just wanted to see if there was something that I'm doing wrong or the ESU just needs to follow up on. So, because they're the ones that kind of coordinate that, correct?
Part of it, it takes both
Right.
sides.
Hey,
Yeah, the
this is Angel with Nebraska Power School. Feel free to send us a ticket. I know you're working with the ESU, but if we need to escalate that on your behalf, we can certainly do that. And sorry to interrupt, Max.
No,
And
and in
then-
fact, I have a ticket out there that just hadn't gotten responded to. So I'll
Okay,
double check the.
Do me a favor and either respond to the ticket and say, please add any BPS staff, or even just put, can you add Amy Lemke to this ticket?
Okay,
I can't remember if we use the same JIT, but they should be able to put my email in there.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, part of the way the access works is essentially the ESU sets up the backbone connection to let you log into the Nebraska Cloud portal, and also connects your email address to your staff ID. But then on the side of your SIS and Advisor, you then send up a record that says your staff ID is a LEA system administrator, or you are a superintendent, or you are a teacher. And so that side of the data, you can preview what data is going up using the staff dashboard access report, which is in Advisor Validation, which most people don't ever need to go use. But when you're in Advisor Validation, there is a tab for staff reports, and it's kind of the main report when you go over there, staff dashboard access. So I tried to code that report to kind of preview, tell you ahead of time whether you're going to be able to get into the dashboard or not. But yeah, otherwise, yeah.
I was able to in the past, but now just this year, or the last couple times, I get this funny error here, and it just won't let me in. So, okay, I'll just wait. Hopefully, I put this ticket in several weeks ago in May. Well, I guess it's about a month ago now. So haven't heard back.
Yeah, those tickets don't go through.
Yes.
But definitely check out that report too.
Sure, we get on that ticket, Cheryl, and I'll either talk to the network guys, or if I need to get NDE network, those people involved, we can. So we'll see if we can't get this escalated for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anyone else? All right. Thanks for joining, everyone. And like I said, I'll talk to you at the July webinar.
Thank you.
Everyone.